Have you ever tried to yank a tooth out using nothing but pure hatred? No? Congrats, you're not Bullseye. Or a Marvel writer desperately trying to save this plot. Welcome to the channel where we break down Marvel shows like it's a forensic crime scene analysis. Because honestly, understanding Daredevil Born Again makes decoding a cell phone contract feel like kindergarten homework. And today, my beautiful masochists of pop culture, we're diving into episode 8, also known as the day Matt Murdock ditched logic, embraced Jesus, and became the babysitter of a psychopath armed with a tooth. Bullseye is locked in a padded cell. No mirrors, no utensils, no floss. Why? Because this man can weaponize anything. Last time they gave him a bobby pin, a priest and 2 guards died. So what does he do now? Pulls out his own tooth and throws it into a guard's eye. Yes, folks. We now have television's first endodontic assassin. Prison security has more holes than grandma's dishcloth. He pulls a tooth, kills the doctor, steals a guard's uniform, and walks out the front door. This isn't a prison break. It's a GTA side quest on easy mode. Matt thinks Bullseye killed Foggy out of revenge. But then someone says, Foggy was drinking that graduation whiskey before he died. Matt makes that classic plot twist face and thinks, if he was celebrating, then he wasn't expecting to die, which means it must have been Vanessa, Kingpin's wife, who hired a dental hitman to off my BFF. Congrats, Matt. If this were Scooby-Doo, the villain would pull off a mask and say, and I would have gotten away with it too, if it weren't for this blind lawyer with bat hearing and divine guilt. Vanessa is the kind of character who shows up elegant, cold, and then goes, oh, by the way, babe, I hired someone to kill the best friend of the guy who nearly killed you. But it was out of love, okay? And Kingpin? He just goes, I understand, dear. You know who does that? Psychopaths, and couples in therapy who decide to overlook light homicide in the relationship. Matt finds out Kingpin was telling the truth, that it was Vanessa. And instead of letting Bullseye put a bullet in Fisk and solve like half the city's problems, he jumps in front of the shot. Yes, Daredevil saves the villain. Why? Faith, because Jesus said to turn the other cheek, even if it's currently being hit by a high-speed projectile launched from Bullseye's molar. Matt is so tangled in his Catholic guilt, he probably thinks every beatdown is a frequent flyer mile to the afterlife. That's reverse neuroplasticity, baby. His brain is so used to pain, it starts making decisions like it's guest starring in a bad therapy-themed soap opera. Fisk is now mayor, and a mob boss, and married, and the proud owner of a buffet where the appetizer is a slap, the entree is torture, and dessert is blackmail with impunity sprinkles. At a fancy black tie event, he deep fries a waiter's face in a vat of grease. Mafia boss turned MasterChef, Apocalypse Edition, and no one stops him. Why? Because Kingpin has corrupted more people than a flash drive virus at a sketchy internet cafe. Matt saves Kingpin. Vanessa says, he knows too much. Kingpin says, hunt him down. So yeah, it's like saving a drowning scorpion, and the scorpion stings you while whispering, babe, it's just my nature. This episode is basically proof the writer gave up on humanity and tried to patch it up with the character's leftover faith. Daredevil. Born Again should honestly be called Daredevil. Therapy not included. Subscribe before YouTube finds out we're trafficking sarcasm at an illegal concentration. Like the video, comment if you'd also use your own tooth as a weapon, and share this with that friend who thinks forgiveness fixes everything. Spoiler, it doesn't. It just gives your dentist extra work.